Hi, this is the Bratz Boyz Club, and I am Jesse, and today I'm going to introduce you to yet another one of my Bratz Boys. I was able to add him. I believe I uploaded a video not too long ago with a new cool Dylan, and in that video I mentioned that I had purchased two Bratz Boys that were technically sold to me at literally retail pricing, even though they are collectibles and they're vintage and retro or whatever you want to call it. So I was really impressed by the pricing, therefore I kind of purchased both at the same time alongside another one. The third one I believe that I purchased is a duplicate of a collection that I already have. And so that one is not going to get a video because I already have a video of that one anyway, because I have, he belongs to the Formal Funk or Prom 2003, and he's Dylan for the other collection, and I believe I have two sets of those. So for that one, there won't be another video, and the only videos I uploaded were, of course, this one that I'm going to upload now, and then the one that I uploaded for the new cool Dylan. So I was so excited about bumping into these two, primarily because the pricing was incredible. It was incredible because I've never seen anything that low before regarding a vintage Bratz Boy or retro. Usually you get something along the lines of like 2 or 3 times what it was worth when it was at retail, and that's totally normal. But this one, this time I was just like, well, you know, this is just like very weird. I've never seen something so cheap before, because this is actually very close to retail price, the closest it could ever get. I think the lowest I saw at retail price was $13.99. So without further ado, our Bratz Boy for today is Koby. And Koby belongs to the Funk Out collection in our series. I was looking over here at our fan page for the Bratz Boys, and these are 2004. Supposedly this is an edition or line or collection in our series from 2004. However, the photos that are presented there for all of the boys, all of the Bratz Boys, show them quite differently. So I don't know if there was a first volume or a second volume, or if this was simply a Koby from the year 2003 new cool series or collection, and it was just rebadged and labeled as the Funk Out Koby, or what happened there. I'm thinking it must have been like different volumes, because that's usually how it happens with these guys. You have a volume 1 coming out at one year, then you have a second volume coming out the next year, or that same year just later during the year. So not really sure what happened. I'm just really excited that I was able to get a Funk Out Koby. It looks like, I think he looks very similar to my New Cool, as in New N-E-W, New Cool Koby. I believe I have 2 of those, and he looks pretty much the same. The apparel, the accessories are the same. The second set of clothing is the same. The clothing he's wearing is the same. I believe even the footwear is the same. Pretty much the style and everything is very identical to that. So I'm thinking it was just plainly maybe a reissue of the same Koby under a different collection in our series name, which is totally cool. I don't really have a problem with that, but I was just a little weirded out when I went into the fan page, and I thought, well, wait a minute, he looks slightly different. And of course, the page didn't really offer me any more information regarding this one, only the other ones, this version. So I thought, well, maybe there is, maybe it's just a reissue, or maybe it's just a volume. It didn't really specify that either. There is no volume 1, volume 2 to anything in there. So I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna say it's a reissue. I really don't know. If you know about it, you could just leave me a comment somewhere in the video and let me know what it is. I really don't think I really don't think it's a volume. I think it's a reissue. Looks like under the box it states it's a 2004, so I'm thinking it's a reissue. It has to be a reissue, especially since there is no information for volumes. And there's the side of Mr. Koby, and so yeah, so this is a 2004 Funk Out Koby, and like I mentioned before, he's very different from the ones I saw on the photos, which is totally fine. But then back to what I usually mention every time I make a video for these guys. This is a Bratz Boy from 2004, and in 2004, or the way I like to mention it is the early 2000s, when the Bratz Boys debuted. These guys actually had everything, and I believe I mentioned this earlier in the video that these usually retailed between $13 and $14.99 respectively. That was the retail price for between $13 and $14.99. But for between $13 and $14.99, you were able to get mostly a lot more than you do get today for the price that you have to pay today. I believe that today it's like $10 more, and then if you get something slightly like bigger, with a little bit more, then we're talking double to triple. So it's a lot more money now if you want extra stuff. But back then, something as simple as this, you know, with a Mr. Koby, Bratz Boy, and a second set of clothing, with a second set of footwear, with a little backpack, some little jewelry, and of course, I believe the comb, the legendary comb, you would be set back pretty much between 13 and 14. And that was pretty much the norm across the board, which was pretty awesome because if you really think about it, you got a lot for your buck. You were getting a doll, you were getting extra clothing, you were getting a second set of footwear for the doll, you were getting a little backpack for it, jewelry, sometimes like little sunglasses, the comb, the little poster, and of course the box. The boxes were always incredible. They were extremely durable. The little shape was pretty interesting. It's the, what is it, hexagon or some weird name like that. No, not hexagon, trapezoid, or trapezoid, something like that. I'm pretty sure it was one of those. So you got a pretty awesome, incredible, durable box, and I know this because I purchased my first 5, and even though the little tape dots gave after all these years, and I've had to do a little bit something about that, the boxes, even though they have some wear and tear, they are not in that bad of shape. They're really incredible. I was really impressed by that. So pretty much you had a lot for $13 to $14. You had the doll, the clothing, extra clothing, backpack, sunglasses, and comb. And I just cannot like stop saying how incredible these guys are. The styles that they have are literally, you know, late 1990s, early 2000s. I mean, this is exactly what the trend was back then. So you're going to see like kind of like puffed out jean pants, you're going to see those like kind of baggy t-shirts, you're going to see those little little hat things that they used to use, you know. I mainly saw those at school. The glasses I don't think that much, but it was just incredible. The styles and everything is so super retro about these. It's just incredible. They just send me back in time. It's like a little time machine, which is why I love them so much. Other than the fact, of course, they're super diverse. They're incredible. They have like every kind of, you know, different kind of skin complexion, different kind of color of eyes. It's not just one color. And so you have a variety of these guys. They're just so incredible. And they're super sexy and super, super hot. And I just love them so much. So aside from that, it was just an amazing experience overall for me. And for many other people who are also crazy about them. But then let's move on to the box. And I believe I explain in each one of my videos that the boxes have incredible little interesting like design and art. They all have, you know, of course, the Bratz Boy logo at the very bottom. And then some of them have the Toy of the Year sticker right there. Not all of them. I forget what years those were selected for. And then, of course, the Bratz Boy picture right on the side with a Bratz Boy name under it. And then it has a little bit of a little phrase right there, or like a little introduction. And then, of course, you have the name of the collection and or series right there, the Funk Out collection or series. So you'll get it there. And then, of course, you have the back of the box, which is um, more of him. Pretty much more. You get his much larger picture of the Bratz Boy. And then, of course, you have the Bratz Boy logo letters. You have the Bratz Boy animal slogan, or like little avatar for the Bratz Boy. Um, I believe back in the day, like you could compare like dudes to like animals or something because they thought that was pretty cool, or whatever. I really don't understand that ideology, but whatever. So you have that, and then you have a little introduction right here about the Bratz Boy, and of course the picture, like I said before, so you can take a little look at that, and then if you look at the bottom, it'll give you a description or a tiny little list of things that come in the box, and you can take a look at that. And of course, it would also give you another picture of all the Bratz Boys that should be included for this collection in our series right there. And on top of that, it'll give you a picture of the Bratz, which are part of this collection or series, I believe, and that picture is there. So it'll give you pretty much a lot of info. Mainly that was the main function of the back of the box. But like I said, these are very durable. These are perfect. They're amazing. Yes, some of them have like excessive wear and tear, but they're still like perfect if you can take care of them, or at least try to. They will last almost forever. So aside from that, aside from the box, the perfection of the box and the perfection of the design and the little logos and pictures and stuff, and the clothing of the Bratz Boy and the fact that he comes with a lot of stuff. I think I mentioned before, and I mention this every time, maybe not on every video, but every time. Like, these guys were diverse since the very beginning. They came in different kinds of skin tones, different kinds of eye colors, different kinds of hair colors, and then something that really got to me since the very beginning, and I think I may have not mentioned this too much, but I will mention it now, is that the clothing they were wearing, like, sometimes either mimicked the clothing, and I think I mentioned this, like, that I used to see on some of the kids at school, and then one time, they mimicked some of the clothing I was wearing to school, so it was pretty interesting, and that's why I kind of got hooked on them, because they were just like very similar to our current trends. Both the Bratz and the Bratz Boys. They were just really edgy, really like cool, really popular. Like, at least to me, in my opinion, they were like the ultimate definition of cool. Like, there was nothing out there that was as cool as they were. They represented that, late 90s, early 2000s kind of fashion, that kind of trend that everybody was going through, and I was just like so pretty much into it. And so let me show the bottom of the box. I'm going to tilt this over just a little bit, and I'm going to show the bottom of the box, which includes the retail year and some information right there. And I'm looking at it right now. And it should have the, MGA little logo there with a Bratz Boy logo and her name. And then we have the other logo, and of course the Bratz Boy himself, Mr. Koby, Mr. Sexy, Superly, Studly Koby, right there. So that's the bottom of the box. And there we go. And then the retail year again. I'm going to pass it one more time. And there he is. I'm just trying to be as careful as possible with these guys, because I really don't want that comb floating about and just making all kinds of noise and getting disconnected if it doesn't have to be. But yes, so these guys are incredibly amazing, and of course, this collector person who I'm friends with, I sort of became friends with this person from the sales website I used to frequent earlier last year, and this year as well. I'm finding out they send me emails constantly asking me if I have this one, have that one, and I'm usually always like asking to have all of them, even if I have like duplicates already, because the pricing is just so perfect. So Pretty much, I got them. I got this one. I got Mr. Dylan from the New Cool collection or series, and I was so excited and thrilled. And I just cannot believe I got them at such cheap prices. I believe it was $15 each. And the other one was, the Formal Funk Prom 2003 was a little 50. So I thought, okay, just I could definitely handle all three of them. So I got Mr. Sexy Super Studly Koby, and I just can't believe it. And I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know I could have a Funk Out Koby, but here he is. Apparently, he's a re-release of the original new, I believe, new styles or new fashion or something like that. Oh no, it's the new cool. Sorry, he's a re-release, I believe, must be of the new cool, and that's new spelled New, New. Sorry, and I believe that one was a 2003 or something like that. Or something like that. I'm not really sure. It's 2003 or 2005, but he looks identical to him. So I was just like, oh my god! I really thought that it was just a reissue or a duplicate with a different collection or series. But yeah. So here he is in all of his perfect glory and awesomeness and hotness. And I just could not wait to upload a video of Mr. Koby from the Funka collection. So you could see him. I really don't understand much about where he would fall in, like I said earlier, into the volume line or the reissue line. So if you have an idea and you want to leave a comment, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But so here he is, and I'm just excited to have added him to my ever-growing collection of Bratz Boyz that seems will never stop growing and growing and growing. And I'm so excited to keep adding to my collection so it can grow, and I could just be so thrilled with this big, gigantic family of Bratz Boyz who are all sexy and super hot. And oh my god, yes. So thank you so much if you watch this video, or if you're watching my videos. Thank you so much if you are not. That's totally cool. I'm okay with that. I'm just here to talk about my Bratz Boyz and to say a few things about them. Whatever I know, whatever I don't know, you're welcome to add it somewhere in their comments, say something, anything, or not. That's pretty cool too. But thank you so much if you stopped by. If you didn't, thank you so much as well. And you have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. And hopefully I'll upload another video soon at some point later on if I get my hands on another sexy, super studly, hot Bratz boy. And but until then, I will see you guys, and thank you so much for stopping by, and bye-bye.